Is it? Hi guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Alexa, what's the time please?
It's 12:29 p.m.
Hi guys, I'm wearing the trousers I got from Primark, female trousers, very Christmassy, like this, nice like PVC, but white or cream or ivory, £13 from Primark. You're moaning at me, aren't you? You don't want to be moaned. Right guys, so right, I'm sorry Max, just let me do this video. Very moany. So the purpose of this video is to see what this chicken tikka banquet meal for one, served with pilau rice, onion bhajis and Bombay potatoes by Sainsbury's is like. Right? So I've microwaved the meal on full power for 7 minutes. I have got an oven, I could cook it, but I've put it on the microwave. Marinated chicken in a spiced tomato, yogurt and coriander sauce. Basmati rice cooked with whole spices and turmeric. Potato and onion cooked in a spiced tomato sauce with coriander and cumin. Fried onion with spices. Onion bhajis may have been previously frozen and defrosted under controlled conditions without affecting the quality or safety of the product. It is still suitable for home freezing. The sleeves recyclable, clean trays recyclable, but don't recycle the film on the meal. Try me! We're sure you'll love this product. If you don't, simply return for a full refund or call our care line. Your statutory rights are not affected. Right, so the allergens are mustard, wheat, milk, cashew nuts are in here, and it's got, most of it is milk, but it's got cashew nuts in. So I'm just going to take it out the microwave. I personally am not allergic to nuts. I don't like eating nuts. Cashew nuts are alright, and roasted peanuts at Christmas, but I'm not a fan of nuts. So this is what it looks like on the tray. So the onion bhajis are in with the pilau rice. That's onion and Bombay potatoes, and that's your chicken. Okay, so I'm just going to get a fork and taste it. Whenever I wear a white t-shirt, I don't know about anybody else, I tend to drop, like if it's baked beans, I'll drop a baked bean on my white top or anything orange. So I'm keeping it away from my white t-shirt. So I'm just going to taste the chicken. That is really nice. Let's have a Bombay potato. Bit of the pilau rice. That's nice as well. Just have a bit of this onion bhaji. That's a dark onion bhaji. Taste this. Oh, I'm going to look forward to eating the rest of that. That's absolutely delicious. This this cost me £3.25 from Sainsbury's, and it's well worth it. It's a lovely meal for one. Perfect. When I go out tomorrow, I shall be going in Sainsbury's again. I've got to go to the dentist. So I'm going to see if I can find another meal similar to this to eat. Very tasty. Right guys, the weather seems to have died down a bit. The rain stopped. I took Max out for a walk. There was a male on the field with a dog and a woman with a bobble hat walking her dog. Sorry, it's spicy. I came back home, came into the flats, and this is where I am now, eating my lunch. Alexa, can you put LBC radio on?
Here's what I found.
Sorry, I've got YouTube on. Alexa, exit YouTube. Alexa, can you put LBC radio on?
LBC London from Global Player.
Superscript. Customised, effortless fare.
Does your broadband slither around your home? And in peak times, do things feel a little constricted? Well, not when you get full fiber broadband from EE. You get the peak time speeds you pay for. Count on EE, full fiber broadband, powered by BT.
Limited availability. Check coverage at ee.co.uk/coverage. James O'Brien on LBC.
12:35 is the time. Do you know that Theo and I haven't stopped talking since we went to the news? We just carried on, and I won't be able to remember if you bump into me after I finish today and you say, was that on air or off air? I won't be able to remember. Will you?
Yes, I will, because there were two distinct conversations, James.
Were there?
One is not in front of a live microphone.
See, this is what I was hoping you'd say, because we should do a red button or something. We should do like an editor's cut, a director's cut. So we moved from the Gammon Factory in Rochdale.
Yes.
Some people suggesting.
No, don't do this.
No, all right.
Don't do this.
Okay. To Owen Patterson, ardent Brexiteer. I used to hate the phrase ardent Brexiteer because I felt that it made them sound sort of romantic or like musketeers or something. But now it's just dripping with absurdity. I use it with great glee.
Why you told me off repeatedly
I know,
during the
because at the time it made them sound.
they were like cavaliers.
But it made them sound like that at the time. It made them sound like the D'Artagnan of sovereignty. But now you say ardent Brexiteer, and it's just like being called a nincompoop, a raving nincompoop. Anyway, ardent Brexiteer Owen Patterson is in the news. Theo Rushford, pray, why might that be?
So, do you remember this time last year, Owen Patterson, who of course former Environment Secretary, was found to have repeatedly broken the rules when it came to paid advocacy.
I do remember it now you come to mention it, because shortly after that, Jacob Rees-Mogg masterminded an attempt to get Owen Patterson off the hook by ripping up all of the rules that he had actually broken, and it went so well, Owen Patterson ended up out of the House of Commons completely, and many would argue that the hole below Boris Johnson's waterline started letting in water that would eventually sink him completely.
It was the first scandal, wasn't it?
Oh, happy days.
Patterson, now of course, this is a man who once argued that the European Union should break, UK should break free from the
Can you tell when I tell Theo to hurry up? Because he actually hurries up. He says the same number of words in a smaller amount of time. Other broadcasters, when you say hurry up, they say fewer words in the available time. No, I know, but Lewis Goodall is here. And
just bear with me.
You're waving at him aggressively.
You can be quiet as well. For God's sake, what do you think this is? Some sort of communist arrangement? Sorry, Theo, where were we?
Owen Patterson once argued the UK should break free from the ECHR.
He
has now filed a case that to the EHCR that his respect for private life has been broken under the Article 8 of the European Convention on Human Rights.
So he's suing the British government in the European Court of Human Rights?
Yes, he is. Because it came to light, he lost his job because he had to stand down as an MP because of paid advocacy broke lobbying rules, and he said that should never have been put into the public domain or never found its way into the public domain, and therefore he is suing the British government.
So ardent Brexiteer and sworn enemy of the European Court of Human Rights is suing the British government in the European Court of Human Rights. Theo, thank you. Lewis Goodall is here because I caught a glimpse of a report you have done for the Newsagents podcast looking at poverty. I was struck by two things: the power of the report, and I knew you were a Brummie, but I didn't realise you grew up in Northfield.
I did, yeah.
And
just
it is to there that you returned.
It was there that I went, yeah, because
Well, look, I mean, Northfield, most people wouldn't know it. If they know it at all, it's because of a component of it, which is Longbridge, which is, of course, the site of the old Rover factory, gone now. My dad used to work there. And it's a very ordinary place. I'm not swearing, I don't mean that in a pejorative way. It's just like a lot of places, a lot of listeners would know. And like so many places in Britain, over the last 10 years, 15 years, it has become home to something which it might have known in pockets, but has become so much more widespread, which is real poverty. And the thing that strikes me so much about our politics again and again at the moment is, and over a longer period, is how normalised that's become. Not just poverty, but extreme poverty, in a way that was once, even relatively recently, at the fringes of our society. It's now just so ubiquitous. So even the example of food bank, it's just become part of the lexicon, the political vocabulary. And now we've added on this extraordinary thing, warm bank. Yeah. And I think the danger is that we just, and in a sense, thank goodness, as I say in the report, thank goodness these places exist, because without this kind of infrastructure of poverty, people would be absolutely destitute, and goodness knows what situation they'd be in. But the very fact that they exist, and so widespread, and we all just sort of shrug.
Stop. It's all right, people speaking about being poor and in poverty, but unless you've experienced it yourself, you haven't got a clue. How bad it is to be homeless with nothing to eat, nowhere to go, and I personally myself sat on a church doorstep, destitute with nothing, crying my eyes out, and the church doors were shut. No, unless you've experienced it firsthand yourself, you do not know what it's like to be homeless. You do not know what it's like to be poor with no money, and it's not a laughing matter. I'm going to go off and eat my rest of my lunch, and I'll see you later.